The USS Gerald R Ford, world's most advanced aircraft carrier. In the heart of the world's oceans sails a titan of steel, technology, and raw power. The USS Gerald R Ford, CVN-78. The largest, most advanced, and most expensive warship ever built. A floating city, a fortress, a symbol of U.S. naval supremacy. But what truly makes this $13 billion machine the crown jewel of naval engineering? And why is it changing the future of aircraft carriers forever? This is the story of the USS Gerald R Ford, the world's most advanced aircraft carrier. Origins of a titan. The story begins in the early 2000s. The U.S. Navy, facing aging carriers like the Nimitz class, sought something revolutionary. Something not just bigger, but smarter. In 2005, the Ford-class carrier project was approved. A new generation designed for efficiency, automation, and power projection for the 21st century. Named after the 38th President of the United States, Gerald R. Ford. This ship would carry not just planes, but the legacy of American innovation. Over 10 years of development, over 100 million labor hours, over 23 new technologies integrated into one ship. A floating marvel, born in the shipyards of Newport News, Virginia. The beast takes shape. Constructed by Huntington Ingalls Industries, the Gerald R. Ford began to take shape. A structure of 100,000 tons of steel, standing 25 stories tall, and stretching 1,106 feet from bow to stern. This colossus can house over 4,500 personnel, with enough space to carry 75 aircraft, including F/A-18 Super Hornets, 18G Growlers, and the fifth-generation F-35C Lightning II. Unlike older carriers, the Ford is built for efficiency. Its revolutionary electromagnetic aircraft launch system, EMALS, replaces old steam catapults, launching jets faster, smoother, and with less stress on the aircraft. Inside the powerhouse, at its core, two A-1B nuclear reactors, each more powerful than any previous carrier's engines. Together, they generate 3 times the power of the Nimitz class. That's enough electricity to light up a small city. This immense energy powers advanced systems, from radar arrays to electromagnetic catapults and elevators that move jets to the deck in seconds. But here's the secret. The Ford is designed for the future. Its reactors can power next-generation weapons, like railguns and directed energy lasers. This ship isn't just a carrier. It's a blueprint for the Navy of tomorrow. The deck of dominance. The flight deck, the most critical and chaotic place on Earth. A carefully choreographed ballet of aircraft, fuel, and firepower. The Ford's deck has been completely redesigned, with fewer crew, automated systems, and advanced arresting gear that safely recovers jets with precision. EMALS can launch a fighter jet every 45 seconds, dramatically increasing sortie rates, the number of aircraft missions per day, where the Nimitz class could launch around 120 flights a day. The Ford aims for over 160, a 30% boost in combat power. Crew of the future. Life aboard the Ford is unlike any carrier before. Automation reduces manpower needs by over 600 sailors, saving billions in lifetime costs. Living quarters are more modern, kitchens serve thousands daily, and networks run through every deck. A fully digital warship. This is a vessel where tradition meets technology, where sailors operate consoles that resemble gaming setups more than control panels. The USS Gerald R Ford is not just a ship. It's a living machine, run by people, powered by code. See trials and tests. After years of construction, the Ford was launched in 2013 and commissioned in 2017. But the journey was far from over. Sea trials revealed problems, from electromagnetic launch reliability to elevator malfunctions. Critics called it a billion-dollar experiment, but engineers and sailors persevered. By 2021, after rigorous shock trials, explosions detonated near the hull to test its durability. The Ford proved its worth. It survived the tests. It adapted. It evolved. Entering active duty. In 2022, the USS Gerald R Ford embarked on its first operational deployment, sailing across the Atlantic with NATO allies. It demonstrated unmatched endurance, operating seamlessly with ships from France, the UK, and Spain. A new chapter in carrier warfare had begun. The Ford stood as a global symbol of deterrence, a reminder to every adversary of America's reach and power. Future of the Ford class. The USS Gerald R Ford is only the first of her kind. She leads a new class of supercarriers, to be followed by John F. Kennedy, CVN-79, Enterprise, CVN-80, and Doris Miller, CVN-81. Each ship will inherit lessons learned, each more efficient and capable than the last. Together, they will form the backbone of U.S. naval dominance for the next 50 years. As technology evolves, from drones to hypersonic weapons, the Ford class will be ready, because it was built not just for today's wars, but for tomorrow's. Legacy of power. From concept to command, from the drawing board to the high seas, the USS Gerald R Ford represents the pinnacle of human engineering. A floating city of 4,500 souls. A machine of precision, resilience, and power. An icon of deterrence and freedom on the open sea. As waves crash against its armored hull, one truth remains. This ship is not just a symbol of might. It's a promise. The promise that the seas, and the skies above them, remain watched, protected, and free. This is the USS Gerald R Ford, the most advanced aircraft carrier ever built.